Hey guys, what's up? This is Hex, and today's video is going to be a bit early, excuse me, due to obvious reasons, which is Christmas, so there's not going to be a video this Tuesday. So I thought I would do one a little bit early this time and show you guys this crazy Elder Scrolls Online home I just bought a couple days ago. Now, what's so crazy about it? It's not really the house itself, but more along the lines of like where it's located. Now, where the actual place is located at is over where the New Life Festival tent is at, and for those of you who are in the Ebonheart Pact area, um, it is right here, and it's above the Kinesgrove Way Shrine. And as you can see, the New Life Festival is still going in full swing. So we kind of squeeze past these people. And the home itself is right here, and it's the Enchanted Snow Globe home. And so we're going to go into it and take a closer look at the house. Alright guys, here we are, and as you can see, it's a pretty decent sized place. You can see the actual border of the snow globe as well as the glass. And I don't know if you can see this or not, or you may not be able to on your screens, but unless you fill with the gamma, but over you can see the ceiling of the actual tent itself. And of course, you know, you have like the water. Some of it's frozen that goes all the way around the property. And of course, over here is where you can leave. Now, I will say this much about the home. Don't be expecting like this big, huge, grand unveiling because this is a work in progress. I did buy it furnished, but there was quite a few pieces that I took out because, you know, and added some of the pieces of my own because I wanted to make it more of my own. Um, but it's still like a work in progress, and that's going to cost me a little bit of money, so I'll have to do it like a little bit at a time. Um, oh, and of course you can see like beyond the tent. I don't know if you can or not, but you can see like the mountains outside the tent. Again, if you can't see it, you may have to fill with the gamma on your screen. And oh yeah, I forgot. Over here is my stable, which I only have a couple of my mounts on there. I might add like one more in there just to kind of balance things out. And of course I have my witch's basin for scrying right here, which I do love the uh, light effect on that one. Now this one didn't come with the house. I actually added this myself. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of space around the house. Because I've noticed like in some of the homes, they don't really give you that much, if anything, as far as like a bit of land, you know, around your property. So this is actually quite well, um, or quite good. Now this witch's brazier I had forever, and for my other place it would, you know, it was just too big for my other place. So once I saw that I had all this area to work with, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna throw that down and see how it looks, and it actually looks pretty good. Um, and of course, I also added my skulls of doom and my sign. And let's go ahead and go in. Now the room itself is not really that well lit. I mean, it has like candles and so on. And once my light goes out, you'll see kind of how dim it is, even with the which is not too bad. I mean, it's more, I don't know what word you look, what you kind of has like a bit of ambiance to it, I think. That doesn't really need to be brightly lit, at least right here. You know, the table I pretty much replaced and had all the, you know, the food and bottles and stuff like that, as well as the pillows that you see here, because I wanted to kind of like my old place where you could kind of sit down, almost kind of like this Japanese style setting. And of course, I do love my my sensor right here, because I just love the smoke effects that it has, coming off of that. Now, of course, stuff like this, as well as this cabinet right here, I just left because I kind of like the looks of it, um, and I kept this, and I just add like a lantern and a Vivek statue. Now, this particular part of the home is just like really, really super dark, and you'll get an impression of it here of how dark it is once this thing actually goes out. And of course it's lit by a few candles, but to me that's not cutting it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some more. I'm going to add some like actual torches to get more of a bright light in here. And of course this was also included with the house, like the paintings and this kind of like kitchen area, which I'm going to be adding food and bottles and so on. And then there's two doors that lead out the back to the balcony, and the balcony doesn't really go all the way around, um, but it goes out a bit, at least to the other door, and there's a set of steps that you can go down. Turn on my light again. And you can see there's a little setting there, and there's my cat outside the kind of place on the stool right here. Now I love this next part right here, which is the tower, which is essentially a lighthouse. And as you can see, there's the fire and the sheets of metal, that's reflecting the fire. That way, ships can see it. But basically, a nice added touch to this place. And finally, we are going to go into the bed chambers. Which again is a work in progress. This area right here I decided to keep for now, but I most likely will be getting rid of it further in the future to add like an enchantment and alchemy station. I'm not going to have all stations in here, just those two, since those are my favorite and kind of pertain to my character. And of course right here is the library, which I modified the hell out of. Now the table I kept, but everything else, like I replaced the actual chair, and I went ahead and got me another bookcase, that had like books and bottles and stuff. And I believe that this one was already here, so I just pretty much just added my own books, as well as the Sijic books, that kind of move, especially these ones right here on the wall. And I added the Sijic light globes as well, because I have these also in the guild home, and I find that these put out quite a bit of light. And these are ones I've actually made. I really wanted to want the bigger one, but I think you have to have a high crafting skill in one of the requirements, which I don't have, so I probably will never get it. But still, this is enough light to really work with. And of course here is the actual bed itself, which I bought with the house, and I liked it well enough to keep it. I replaced the stuff on the side and just put my storage coffers. I kept the chest, or excuse me, the drawers, and put my music box and my books. And since I had these blinds right here, I decided to stick, because one was over here, so I decided to stick them together and add like a bathtub and some towels to it to kind of make it a little bit more authentic. But that's just basically the gist of it. And of course, this is the one that doorway that leads to the courtyard. But that's just basically the gist of it. Not a whole lot added yet, but it's coming along quite nicely. It's going to take me a little bit of money. I probably won't do anything else to it until the next time I get my crowns for my membership. But But apart from that, I'm pretty pleased so far with how it's turned out. But that's all I wanted to talk to you guys for today. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And I hope to talk to you guys real soon. Take care.